Good morning. Today we are going to look at the standard travel documents that are required when you intend to travel. Now we are going to look at three types of documents. There is the passport, then there is the visa, and health certificates. Now we are going to start with the passport. This is an official document that is usually issued by competent public authorities to either nationals or aliens, citizens of the issuing country. Now, what are the purposes of a passport? Number one, it allows access to other countries. Secondly, it provides the evidence of a legal entity into another country. Then third, it is used as the most official form of identification. Now, what are the basic information related to the passport? They are normally valid for a period of 5 to 10 years depending on the country. Like in Kenya, it is mostly 10 years. Passports are valid for travel to all countries. One thing you should also note is that an expired passport is invalid. Therefore, there is need to replace. Before travel, the passport must be at least more than 6 months before its expiry date. Passports are a property of the issuing country. Now, what are the documents that can be used instead of a passport? National ID can serve the purpose. Especially if you are traveling locally, you can use your national ID. Then there is birth certificates, travel certificates, affidavits of citizenship, and for them that are traveling using cruise ship, they can use the Seaman Discharge Book. Now, what are the types of passports that we have? There is the normal passport. This one is issued to everybody, any citizen of a country, or the aliens. Then there is the diplomatic passport. They are normally issued to diplomats, consular, or other government officials. Then we also have official passports. This one is given to government officials on missions abroad, or rather to other countries. Now we have aliens passport. This one is of course issued to non-citizen, or what we call aliens. Children ID. This one is popular in Germany. Is issued to minor and children who have not attained the minimum age. Then we have other passports. These are issued by international organizations like UN and Red Cross, mostly offered to refugees. Now we are going to look at visa. That is the second type of document that you are required when you intend to travel. Visa is an entry in a passport or any travel document made by official government authority to enter or re-enter a country. Some countries require one to possess a visa before travel, while others like Kenya offers visa on arrival at the airport. The visa system assists the immigration authorities in keeping record of the people who are traveling. Now we are going to look at the types of visa. We have what we call transit visa. This one is for those who intend to make a flight connection. For instance, you're traveling to the United States and you have a flight connection in London, then you'll have to acquire a transit visa for you to connect your flight. So at least you are allowed to stay there for 72 hours only for transit purposes. Then we have the second type, which is called transit without visa. Some countries have entered into an agreement to allow their citizens to enter other countries to connect flights without obtaining a visa. Then we have entry permits. This one allows a person to get in and out of a country. Then we have what we call Schengen visa. Some countries, especially European countries, have entered into an agreement where you can travel within their own, they can travel within their own territories. Now we have what we call single entry visa. This one is issued for single entry persons whose nationality require a visa to enter Kenya, either for business, tourism, or medical reasons. Then, of course, you have looked at transit visa. There is multiple entry visa. This one is issued for multiple entries to persons whose nationalities require visa to enter Kenya, either for business, tourism, family visits, or medical reasons. Then we have 5-year multiple entry visa. This one is issued to USA nationals who require visa to enter Kenya, either for business or tourism. Then we have the famous one, the East African Tourist Visa. This is a joint tourist visa issued to persons traveling to and within Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda for tourism. We have what we call courtesy visa. These are visas issued to diplomats, officials, and service passport holders coming into a country on official business or duties and to ordinary passport holders. Now, in the United States, we have what we call Advanced Passenger Information System, APIS. This one is used to record all the passengers entering the United States. Before landing in the US, a database is created of all the passengers. And this data is collected by airline carriers during check-in process and submitted electronically prior passenger arrival at the destination. Number 3, and the last documents that are required are the health certificates and general information. Travelers are usually issued with health certificates by their doctors. When a passenger receives compulsory vaccination like yellow fever, there are other vaccinations that may be recommended for certain areas. If required, the passenger must obtain an ICVP. That one is the International Certificate Vaccination or Prophylaxis. ICVP is valid for 10 years and is usually issued after 10 days. Like when you apply today, you are going to receive it after 10 days. Remember, when you travel to other countries without ICVP, you will be placed under quarantine for 6 days, where the expense will be incurred by you. Then, of course, the last thing we are going to look at the airport procedures, the departure formalities. There is the check-in. When you are checking in, you must ensure you have the electronic ticket, or if you are traveling locally, you can use your ID. Then you have the reservation code. This one is usually in your tickets. Then number 2, you'll pass through the passport control. This is after the check-in. All passengers are checked. There is transit visa, also called concourse. This is where you wait for your flight. Then the final stage is boarding your flight. Thank you.